The brothers, for you and I to live for the kingdom of God, it's going to require a perspective shift, a new way of thinking, a new mindset.
We as Catholics are supposed to be witnesses of God's love to the world, but instead we've become too comfortable.
What we've done in the past simply can't be done anymore. That we lived our life in a certain manner because it was basically a Christian world, a Christian culture that we're living in. That time, those times are over.
It's not enough to be a believer. It's not. It is not sufficient for you just to believe and that's it. You cannot be a believer. Being a believer leads to being a follower.
Instead of all these things we're worried about that consume our thoughts and our minds, instead of using your mental energy on that, instead, seek his kingdom.
I think that's one reason why Jesus became small. You know, he wants to consume our world and our life, but the way he does it is by just becoming small. So small that he can fit in our life.
God has been stooping down to our level so as to raise us up to his.
Because God just invited you into the most intimate friendship that you'll ever have if you trust him.
It's a new level of relationship where we're literally being prepared for eternity. This is a movement from humanity into divinity in which God is literally grafting us into his family.
Gentlemen, we're built for these times. We're built to be in the trench. And when we offer ourselves as a sacrifice, we're deep in the trench with Christ. We're deep in there with him, and he's smiling, and he's saying, you, do it with me. We can do it together.
And I'm going to say this like 10 times today. We need to live like that. We need to live like we belong in the kingdom, that we have a place in the kingdom, that we just didn't sneak in the back door, but we stand up and I am anointed. I've been anointed to be a part of this kingdom.
To labor and to welcome the grace of God, to say it's not just something I say, but it's something I live.
Because you have to be willing to not just believe this, but to give your whole life to this.
Say, look, you think you're a God, but we have a God that we serve that's greater, that's mightier than any king of the earth. That is the God that we serve. That is the God we dedicate our lives to.
We're supposed to begin the process of divinization right now.
What is the center of your world? If brothers, if it's not Christ, if it's anything else, it's failing, it's going to pass. There will be a time when all of our government, I don't know when it's going to be, but there will be a time when it is no more. There will never be a time when the kingdom of God is not present. There will never be a time when Christ isn't the king, when he doesn't rule, when he doesn't reign. He will always and forever be the one, the Holy One, the anointed, the king who sits on the throne.